What's up, guys? It's Dr. Ian here with another episode of Entertainment Therapy. It's really good to be back. I know I haven't done a video in about a week or so, but I'm here now, I'm back, and I got a couple movies to talk to you about. First of which is, I wanted to talk to you guys about and review Don't Breathe. This is the new horror movie that's been out for about a week now, and it's crushing it in the box office, and for good reason. It has got to be one of the most suspenseful and intense horror movies that I've seen in recent years. That's right, guys, recent years. This movie actually stars, actually the only one that I know of here is Stephen Lange, and the rest of the three protagonists, if you want to call them that, they're kind of, I don't want to say no names, but they've been in a few movies. I just can't really recall their names or anything of note of what they've done, but I'm sure that they've done a few things here and there, because I did recognize one or two of them. But let me start out by saying, just when I walked out of the theater, I was so surprised at how much I loved this movie. So, like I said at the beginning, guys, suspense at every corner, just one of the most intense, stomach-twisting movies I've seen in a long time. And the best thing about this movie is that it doesn't do the horror trope cliches. No false jump scares. The jump scares in this, while there are some, are earned, and it's just mind-boggling how simple this approach is and how effective it is. Basically, the movie opens with three teenagers, you know, down on their luck. They live in Detroit, and they hate their lives, basically, and they want out. And they're trying to look for a kind of a get-rich-quick scheme going on here to basically get the hell out of Dodge. They're not in any kind of criminal trouble or anything like that, even though they do break into homes and they steal stuff and whatnot, but they're trying to land that one big score that gets them the hell out of Detroit and away from their families that they hate so much. Now, one of the thieves finds out that this old blind veteran who served in the army is blind, and they scheme up this plot to break into his house because they hear that he has an inheritance in his house of like $300,000 or a big score, basically. And they hatch up this plan to break into his home, grab the money, and get out. Sounds simple enough? Well, dead wrong. This guy, even though he's blind, my God, he puts up a fight. This is probably one of the best performance I've seen by Stephen Lange. And Stephen Lange, you'll know him. He was the villain. He was the villain, the colonel in Avatar. And he was really good in that too. I'm not taking away his performance from there. But this, man, you feel his pain, even though he's, in a way, he's kind of the good guy, because these three teenagers are breaking into his house and they're trying to steal money from him. And you would think that these kids stealing from a blind veteran, it's like, well, that's kind of messed up. I'm not going to side with these kids. I'm going to side with the blind guy, and I want him to kick the shit out of all these kids for breaking into his house. But then there's, which I will not spoil, there's certain revelations that happen in the movie, and you come to find out that not everyone not everyone in this movie is obviously has their hands clean. So I'll just leave it at that. And now, I want to get into how this movie was filmed. This movie, the cinematography was filmed so beautifully. There's a lot of great tracking shots. There's a lot of, you know, just really well-filmed action sequences. There's no shaky cam. And I also kind of felt like these teenagers, they didn't make those cliched, stupid mistakes that some people make in horror movies. Yes, they still stay in the house even though this guy is coming after them, but they're motivated by greed. They're so desperate to get out of whatever situation they're in that they stay there to weather through the storm. I guess to close out my review, guys, I'm telling you, get your butt into the theaters and see this movie. This is so worth your time. You're going to be thrilled. You're going to be scared. I guarantee if you go with your significant other, whether you go by yourself, you're going to be grabbing your significant other's wrist and clutching for dear life, or you're going to be grabbing that, you know, the arm of the chair and squeezing that for dear life, because you're going to be so riveted from the suspense of this movie. I'm telling you, go check this movie out. Again, don't breathe. Go check it out. It's worth it. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to me, and please make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and support my channel. It would help me out a lot. You guys have been great. As always, I'll see you guys at the movies. See you guys.